Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Love and Lore. Today, I'm here with a special guest who you might have seen a few times on my social media.
Hi.
This is Rhea. She is my lovely marketing co-lead and honestly one of my bestest friends that I've met
Oh
at
my
school at SFU, which is so rare to find because finding friends at uni is different. It's hard.
God. It is hard.
So I'm just so grateful for her. And yeah, honestly, for this one, I have no structure. Like, we're just gonna yap and yap and yap and hope for the best. But basically, Ria is my marketing co-lead, or she was my marketing co-lead for a club called SFUCCS. And a lot of like the inspiration behind my podcast was through SFUCCS because we had a podcast there called
Daffle to da-
Yes,
Yes.
yes, that was the podcast.
I'm done. That's so
Okay. Sorry guys, we just like laughed for probably like 5 minutes straight. We're like literally crying right now. But yeah, we had a podcast called The Daffodil Diaries where we talked about our club and we interviewed cancer survivors, and we hope to reboot it next year, but we are unsure about that, and we'll get into that more in the when we'll get more into that as we talk more in this episode.
What the
And there's like a bee in her car. We're in Ria's car right now. It's so hot and like
It's so hot.
but yeah, we had a podcast called Daffodil Diaries, and if you notice, a lot of the artwork and the graphics for that podcast is kind of you can kind of see it in my podcast, so I kind of took inspo from that. And yeah, doing that podcast really helped me build this one, and yeah, I've applied a lot of my skills from that club here. And Ria was my co-lead for the entire thing. We were together for like what, 6 months, 8 months.
8 months, I think.
That
That's September, October, December. 8 months.
that is
Wow.
crazy. So I want to thank Ria for being here. I literally like we saw each other on during relay, and then we like left, and I remember being so sad. No, not really. We had a marketing social. Yeah, and like as soon as I went back in my house and she left, I like got so sad.
I got so sad too.
Like my house was so empty. Like yeah. So I talked a lot just now. I'll get Ria to introduce herself and a little bit about why she joined CCS and what she studies or whatever she wants to say. So go ahead, Ria.
Just nerve-wracking. I don't know what to say. I'm not that interesting, but
Girl,
thank you for having
of
me. I was so
course.
honored that you reached out to me. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But yeah, Sophie is literally one of my best friends from SFU as well. And like she said, it's really hard to make friends in university. I know my friends say that too. But I found SFU, like, everyone's a lot nicer. So I'm always grateful for that. And I'm grateful I met Sophie. Um, yeah, so we met through SFUCCS. Why did I join? Well, I needed to join a club because it's my
Period.
third year, and I'm like, I need to get more involved,
Mhm.
and do more volunteering. But also because in high school I was part of the UBC leadership for their cancer society, and then my school had one, but I wasn't super involved. Like I wasn't an official executive, but I did help with like making TikToks, and I would attend meetings towards the end. So I was kind of familiar with the club. So then when I saw it at SFU, I'm like, why not? Because it's something that was familiar. And then plus, when I was in grade 12, my sister got diagnosed with cancer. So then that kind of resonated with me. And it was so crazy that I met so many people who were in similar boats or, had the same passion and goals going into the club as me. So yeah, that's kind of why I joined. What else?
And why did you apply as a marketing lead?
I don't know. I think I was always such a creative, like, I have a creative part of me that, like, I felt like I needed to let it shine,
Yeah, somehow, right?
Somehow.
Don't suppress that. Like,
Yeah,
let it
literally.
out. Yeah.
In, like, high school, I used to make, like, little, like, videos, like, compilation of clips throughout
Mhm.
my day. Or, like, not my day, but, like, if I had dance practice, like, yeah. So I always loved taking pictures, loved, filming videos and editing it. So I felt like I would have a lot of fun in this position. But yeah.
That same for me too. Like the reason why I did marketing was because I always loved vlogging myself. I loved like recording, editing. Also a creative person in high school. I did a lot of graphics.
Mhm.
So it just kind of like was right for me,
Mhm.
and it was really fun. But it's a very demanding job being a marketing. Oh my god, we'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, that's a little bit of background. If you guys saw my social media or Ria's social media, we posted so much from that club. A lot of advertisements, a lot of promotions, a lot of awareness, and that's basically all that it was Canadian Cancer Society at SFU. So yeah, just to sum it up, we were the marketing co-leads for the 2024-25 season, and we'll in this podcast again. I don't have a structure, but we'll talk about why, or we had already talked about why we did it or why we wanted to be co-leads for marketing. We'll also talk about the tasks and duties, what it was like being in a team, what we learned from it, our struggles, our crash outs, our tears, our fun moments, our worst moments, and whatever else we want to say. So
I would do it again.
I
Like,
would do it
as
again too.
hard as it was, I would definitely do it that year all over again. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I think it was definitely like my biggest highlight of uni so far.
Yeah,
So,
literally same. September, so that's when the club first, I don't know, began.
hmm
Um, yeah, so what was September like for us? We got to meet each other.
hmm
We got clubs day going on. We had our first ever cancer awareness post, meet the team. So we'll talk about how we've met each other first of all. The day of clubs day.
was it Clubs Day?
It was
Yeah.
clubs day. It was at the sub
Yeah, the
locker.
locker. Sophie was the sweetest pie. Oh my gosh.
Aw.
She was like, "You're Rhea." I'm like, "Oh my god, you're so nice already." I was so excited. I think I met you and I forgot what chair it was, but
Oh, probably Kiara.
yeah, I think it was
Shout out
Kiara.
Kiara.
And I think Jeanette, the first time I met Jeanette, she gave me a hug, and I'm like, oh my god, I
Such a
love
good.
everyone already.
Yeah. So we met each other during clubs day at the locker. And
Hmm.
how was clubs day like for you? Because that was your first ever. This was my second year. This is her first year. So how
Yeah.
was it like for you?
Definitely a lot of social anxiety because like usually at university, I like fun fact, I experienced a lot of social anxiety being at school. So it's like hard
Mhm.
for me to like go walk through campus. Like I'm always blasting my music, looking down. I'm
Mhm.
like, leave me alone. No one talk to me. No one look at me. So being in that space, I was definitely nervous. And then like at that point, like I didn't have a good grasp on how to describe what our club does. So I was kind of
Right.
scared. They had a script which was nice.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of standing there because I'm like, I don't know, and like everyone around me like was in the club before, so I felt kind of intimidated because I'm like,
Mhm.
oh no,
That's so
and
valid.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was so scared. I'm like, am I gonna feel left out? Like I didn't know, right? Because like
Mhm.
I think you guys are talking about something, and I'm like, oh no, like I don't know, I'm just here,
Yeah.
but it was so fine. Like I never felt left out ever from that day on. Like I never felt
That's
left
so
out.
cute.
Even that
Yeah.
like clubs, they did not feel left out. Everyone was so sweet.
Mhm.
Um, and like I was like going through it months leading up to September. So like um it was just like I felt happy in a really long
That's so
time
good.
after a really long time. So
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh, like I do have something to look forward to at school and just like in my own life and something in
Yeah.
my like you have your own world and like the club was like my own world, something I can only relate to,
Mhm.
not like something I share with my family or my friends. Like it was my thing.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have that. And I think clubs they really helped me like realize, oh, like this is fun. Like I like
Yeah.
this.
Clubs Day was also the first time we got to see each other. Like just
Mm-hmm.
not just us, but all the other execs.
Mm-hmm.
I got to meet the people from fundraising and logistics and all that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was also the beginning of the semester. It was a fresh start. I also like posted a TikTok already of me like finding. You can still find it. It was like one of the first ones of the fall. I was scrambling to find the table. So that was like our first piece of content out. It was a good fresh
Oh
start.
yeah, I remember that. I'm like, what is
Wait,
so
you
okay?
were recording
I
me. She
know.
was
Okay,
recording
no.
me.
Let me be honest. I was like, what is this girl making me do? I was like, again, I have social anxiety, right? And she's like, okay, I'm gonna walk really fast, and you have to just record me walking. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh
And
my
she went
god,
with
I
it. And she ate. I think the
did.
TikTok went really well.
It
So
was all you, but I was like, what am I doing? I'm scared.
that was your first ever
Yeah,
task.
it was. I'm
Yeah.
like, she knows what she's doing. She's on it. That's the first one of the first things that I'm like, she's on the trend. She's killing it.
No, because you're in marketing, you have to
You
always be
have to,
alert. So
yeah.
that was like your first little intro to that. So that was clubs day. That was a really fun day. And then we were right away straight into tasks. We had meet the team was our first ever big initiative.
That
So
was
meet the
crazy
team was crazy.
because we had like our general meeting and then next week we had to start planning.
Yeah.
And Sophie's like, we should meet up. And so we met
Yeah.
up at the sub and like right away we just got down to it because we're
Yeah.
like, we needed it done. I think by this time it was like nearing the end of September. So it wasn't even like, I don't even remember.
Early October.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way that we do it as a club is we have our co-chairs that delegate or that have like the full layout of the year. And we had meet the team coming up, which was you got to meet the team. Every department had its own posts every single day for like a whole week. And that was stressful. It doesn't sound that intimidating. Like, it's just posting pictures, right? But girl, like you have
Mm-hmm.
to get everyone in the team to send their picture
Mm-hmm.
and their hobbies and whatever the prompt was, and that was really hard to coordinate because not everyone responds on time,
Oh my gosh.
and it was just a hassle trying to like, and especially as our first time leading that,
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy.
It was such a heavy task for it being a lot of our first time doing that,
Yeah.
and like it being the very first thing our club does, and like that first impression of this year's team.
Hmm.
And like, yeah, like you said, it was so hard. I think we struggled to like kind of organize how we're gonna, because what we did is we got everyone to come in person and take their pictures, and then it was hard kind of figuring out everyone's availability, what team is shooting what day, if the photographer, like who's a photographer that day, all of that. And then
Yeah.
like we had, like Sophie said, we had to get their information, and so we kind of broke it down into like we gave our coordinators different teams, so they're the ones who had to reach out to the team leads and kind of deal with that.
Yeah.
But it was frustrating because sometimes we wouldn't hear back on time. I think we probably pushed it.
Oh, a
I don't
lot.
remember,
We
to
had
be
like,
honest.
yeah, I think for a lot of the posts for the year we pushed it. We pushed so many dates.
Mhm.
So it happens a lot, and that's like the biggest for like the first lesson I really learned was that it's not everything is going to go smoothly, and you have to be adaptive and you have to be quick and just be patient, which is a reoccurring lesson I think from the club. So yeah, Ria mentioned we met in the sub. I remember that specific day.
Me
Our
too.
first, that
It's
was like,
so clear still.
yeah, that was like our first actual kind of private one-on-one meeting where we had to pull up our laptops and get the dates down,
Go on Notion.
go on. Girl, ew, not my Notion. I I had like a whole Notion for CCS, and then I just stopped using
Yeah,
it
same.
because it's just too
Same.
much. It's too
I'm like,
much.
what am I doing? Like, I'm just like,
Literally, I remember sharing it with you too.
dude.
Ah, I had like quotes in it.
I was like, oh my gosh, she's so on it.
No,
She's so
girl.
organized. I was
Nah,
like, oh, I need to step it up.
that did not go too far though. I will say. But yeah, we like met up at the sub, and we were already stressed.
Oh my! I
Um,
remember like we were already so tense. We're like, why? We're like already
yeah,
questioning everything. Like, why?
yeah.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I think that we were planning for meet the team, and then
Hmm.
also like it was awkward because we never really like we didn't know each other that well,
Yeah.
but over time we were able to delegate something, and we got meet the team done.
Hmm.
And we also had to we also as colleagues we host the meetings for marketing once a week, so that was another thing. And yeah, any other thoughts from meet the team era? Anything you learned or
No.
yeah?
I don't know. I just remember it being a lot for the
Mhm.
first thing you had to do.
Yeah.
So I was stressful, but
Mhm.
it was worth it. It turned out pretty, so it's okay.
Yeah, and all our coordinators were very well behaved. Not
Mm.
behaved, that's a weird way to say it, but like were all very responsive, and
Yeah, they
we,
killed it.
yeah. And by the way, guys, marketing was such a big team.
Hmm.
So on top of everything, we had to delegate not just tasks for Rhea and I, but for for the coordinators. There were like five. Oh no, yeah, there were a lot of coordinators and a lot of people to give tasks to and distribute. And on top of that, just navigating how to be a lead for the first time and all the resources we had to go through and the different
Hmm.
expectations. It was just very overwhelming for
Hmm.
the first month. So, yeah, but honestly, like after meet the team, if we could do that, we could do anything.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I think that's what you said.
it was an intimidating and hard but important first step, I
Mhm.
think, for the club.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was that, and I think they turned out really well. You guys can still see.
Mhm.
Jesnor did so good. She's our
Mhm.
graphics coordinator. She was so on top of it because she had so many people, or not so many graphic requests coming in, and she killed it. And yeah, you guys can still see the pictures on the Instagram. They were all very professional, but a lot of work was put into it. Also, not just posts, but also TikToks.
Mhm.
That was another thing. So after that, we had like
Yeah.
the Barbie one. You can talk more about how events go in terms of marketing for events.
So usually, if it's like a fundraiser or an event held by the fundraising team, I guess it's like one of their coordinators or leads that is going to send in a graphic request, and a minimum 3 days before we need the post up on Instagram. So they would usually send it, what they expect for the graphic to look like, and all of that. So that was usually for the IG post. And then me and Sophie would kind of delegate a TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
advertising it as well to one of our coordinators just to like copy off the graphic request or whatever. And then sometimes we do fillers. So for example, the Barbie fundraiser, we had, I think, her curate. She did like a cute little Barbie video with Sophie and
Oh
Kiara.
yeah.
So we had like multiple videos go out, I
And
think,
then
for that
Rhea
event.
did the if you were to be a Barbie or
Oh
something, what
yeah,
would your Barbie be? I
I
thought that
was
was a
so
really cute one.
scenty for that.
Yeah.
I was like up all night editing. I was like, this is
No,
so
she killed
cute.
it, yeah. But the event turned out really cute. It was like the first ever little event. It was
Mm-hmm.
pink, it was cute. We watched
Mm-hmm.
12 Dancing Princesses, and yeah, we were a bit more comfortable with everything
Mm-hmm.
at this point. So
Yeah.
I guess we can just fast forward a bit to December-ish. We had like also socials here and there. So we had things like the cactus, not cactus. We had went to Brown's social house. We had like um a November potluck, like a lot of different
Mm-hmm.
events that we had to market for. And also at this point we were already advertising for the relay event. So that was another thing. So I guess just the main takeaway here is there's always something to do or always something to post for marketing. You want to touch on that more? Like,
I think we also kept our team busy because like we implemented filler TikToks as well,
mm-hmm.
because like during months that were slower, we our TikTok coordinators to make like silly or trendy TikToks, and then we also had like cancer awareness posts that
Oh
we
yeah.
needed to do.
As a marketing or in I think in CCS in general, I was always thinking about marketing. Like in the back of my mind, I always had a tab open for that in my mind. I was always looking out for Slack notifications, and it really took a toll on my semester, I think, or yeah, whatever months I was in the club for. Because you're always hyper aware of what's happening, and you're always looking out for deadlines or people that are DMing you. And honestly, it was hard to balance, but I think it was very much needed for me. It taught me so much about how to time manage and how to communicate and how to like it's okay if you can't do a task. You always have I always had Ria there to, if I couldn't do something, she would be there to help. And yeah, it taught me a lot about time management in general, and yeah, like how to deal with so much things being piled up on you. And yeah, as I said, this was during the time Relay was being advertised, which was like the big event for the club. As like the purpose, the reason why we do what we do as a club is for Relay. Yeah, we'll fast forward to the second half now, since this is where like things started to get real. We were starting to really amp up our promotions for Relay, and that was a lot because we had to post a lot of different things. And on top of the promotions, we also still had fundraisers going on. We had like a Krispy Kreme, we had a candy cane. No, candy cane was like Christmas time, but yeah, Krispy Kreme. Like we had a cookie one. We've got a lot of other ones. Yeah, there was always something to do. It
Mm-hmm.
kept us really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the big bulk of what we wanted to discuss was the January moving forward
Mm-hmm.
because it taught us a lot of things. Just to reiterate, so the structure for how we post things is we get a graphic request first of all. Anyone in the team can send a graphic request. This is going to be the structure of the Instagram post. They have the details, what they want to include, and all that stuff. So graphic request, Instagram post goes out, and then for that post, it has to have a corresponding TikTok. So for each initiative, there's a post on Instagram and a TikTok post. And then if it's like a bigger event, we also post it on LinkedIn or YouTube if necessary. So a lot of things go into a post. It doesn't look like it, but there is so much work that goes into just a single post, and a lot of communication, and also it has to be approved. So each post takes minimum or probably like a day or two to get posted. That's just some background before we get into all the things that got posted for this era. So um, yeah, what do you want to
Speed
start off
bugs.
with?
There was paint night. That was really fun, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I got to talk with a bunch of the marketing girlies, and it was so much fun. It was a good bonding
The
moment.
turnout was really big then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. There's so many creative people. I'm like, don't look at my painting. So many creative people. You want to add anything to paint night?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I remember that night. Oh my god, I remember that night we posted like a little before and after
Oh
recap on the
yeah.
stories. You tap 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 tap
Mm.
to see everyone's painting. So after, oh, I want to address one more thing. Yeah, so after that paint night, I was like on the bus going home, posting stories and stories and stories. That's another thing too. Like when you're a marketing person, you can't really enjoy the
Mm-hmm.
event
Mm-hmm.
itself because you're just so focused on posting it and making sure there's content for it. And it just, I don't know, it's just, one of those things. But at the same time, it's a good thing because you get to actually be in the event itself.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't really fully be in it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't really participate in anything like Relay for Life, especially.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was running everywhere. I think I barely got time to eat. Like by the time I went to go eat food and I sat down, like I had to be called down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. That's so true. Like you can never really fully enjoy. Even Barbie night, like we're filming stuff.
Yeah, I was like trying to enjoy the movie, but like also whispering to Rhea, like, should we post this?
Yeah, back
Like,
at you just
like,
hear whispers in the back.
yeah.
How does this look?
Or like when you're, oh my god, when you're in events, you have to record people. You have to be like, oh,
Yeah.
can I take a photo of you?
Oh my
Or like, is it okay
god.
if I take a picture? And it's really awkward as someone who's just not really like good with that stuff. It really has like you need to step out of your comfort zone. I
Mm.
remember like last year we had like a dapping up people with
Yeah, I saw that
miscommunicated
for the
in November.
November.
I had to literally drag my friend around because I was too scared to like dap people up.
I don't know how you did
I don't
that.
know how I
I
did
would have
that.
like told someone else to do.
Like literally like someone else's hand. Like
Yeah, I'll film, but
yeah.
you dap them up.
Yeah, so there's things like that. Like you really have to step out of your comfort zone to post certain types of content.
Mhm.
But like we said, back to the whole event thing, it's hard to be present.
It is.
Yeah, but again, the fact that we just even get to show up to all these events is a good thing because we are super involved. That makes us super involved with whatever we're doing in the club. We're always up to date with what's happening. And yeah, because I know there's a lot of execs that weren't able to participate in every single one, but being in marketing allows us to really show up for everyone. We're kind of obligated to, but at the same time, it's good that we get to do that.
Mhm.
You would talk about like club tabling.
Usually, I like send an announcement and tell anyone who's tabling, like, if you're helping with this fundraiser, if you're gonna be at Clubs Day, make sure you take lots of pictures. Like, I kind of forced everyone to kind of be like, if you're tabling, I need pictures. You better take lots of pictures, and I would send the drive and be like, make sure to upload it here, just so we could get content. Because sometimes, like, we don't have a marketing person there. Like, we also have classes and whatever, whatever. So sometimes we can't make it.
Yeah.
So we did rely on like our other execs to kind of do all that, and then like try to get like a lot of TikToks out of it, milk it out.
Mhm.
Even like before the event happens and during the event, we try to get as much
For
content.
yeah, for each fundraiser, we're talking about fundraisers here, by the way. So we have to post things before to promote it, and then we have to post during, and after, like a summary. So every every fundraiser is 3 different posts. So that was a lot of work as well. But again, like it really helped us be present and show up for each fundraiser, and we know what's happening in the club and how we're doing, and we got to meet so many people because of that. I think that's another great thing about being in marketing is you get to really connect with everyone in the club.
That's so
Yeah, even like
true.
meet the team, you got to contact everyone.
Everybody.
You got to know everyone's names.
Mhm.
You got to even take pictures of people. So you got to
Mhm.
meet people through that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's another really great thing about marketing. It's just, there's always, you know, it gets really busy a
Yeah,
lot.
and I feel like
Um,
as much as we did, like the amount of posts, I feel like we still make such an impact.
we
We
do.
do, because like I'm in my other club, Women in STEM, and like they always say refer to SFUCCS, because like
Hmm.
um we made a presence, and I feel like we're always on top of it, and I feel like our effort is really seen.
Yeah.
So I think it's super rewarding still, like as
Hmm.
much as we complain. It is rewarding, and
It
like when
is.
you look now that I look back at the year, I'm like, wow, we did a
We literally
lot.
did. Yeah, like what you said, it is very rewarding. Every single post, like no matter how tiring it was or no matter how much I like was stressing out over it,
Yeah,
every single post I always felt so rewarded.
same.
Like I was like, we did that.
Yeah.
Especially like looking at the Instagram page, all the graphics, they're so pretty and all
Mhm.
the highlights and all the progress. Yeah, there hasn't been a single post where I wasn't proud of it. You can talk about engagement on TikTok,
Oh my
how not great it
gosh.
was.
Oh, it still pisses me off thinking about it. Like we
Yeah.
would get nothing. Like
Yeah, I
really
don't know what
no,
happened this
like
year.
we would barely hit a K. Like
I know.
it's very few videos this year that we raised 1K. And you know what really pissed me off? As your guys is like the ribbon making.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, like there was always this person added this video to your favorites. I'm like, why are you adding this video to your
Okay, what we're
favorites?
talking about here is we have a TikTok from last year where we were making Barbie ribbons for breast cancer awareness month. We made a little TikTok. It was me and Nancy's TikTok, and we posted that. And for some reason, to this day, it's still getting so much engagement.
Yeah, it was getting so much more
Yeah,
than our content from this
yeah.
year.
Like every time we'd open the account, it'd be like, oh, 100 likes. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, our recent video got 100 likes. But no, it's the Barbie
It
video
is the
from
Barbie
last year.
video. I'm sorry. Like, good job, Nancy and Sophie.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I was like, are you serious?
Guys, like the other pictures that we have, you
Yeah, and
know?
we had such good TikToks out.
Yeah.
It's okay. But no, it was
Um,
frustrating. And I felt
yeah.
bad for the coordinators too, because like I know they put in a lot of effort.
Yeah.
But it was really frustrating. I think TikTok was super frustrating for me, and I think at some point we gave up because our IG reels got so much more engagement than our
Yeah.
TikToks, and I'm like,
Also, we had a business account for TikTok, but it was
yeah,
not working. We barely got any viral videos this year, which is really crazy. Because
I
last year we had
know.
a viral one. We had like the "We're SFU
Oh
students."
yeah.
That went viral, but I don't know what happened. However, Instagram was great.
Mm.
Instagram was really good.
You would think TikToks would get
Oh
a
yeah.
lot more views because I always see like other schools like pop up on my For You page and all the fun things they do, and I feel like we had a lot of like cool
We
content from
did.
SFU that would
Yeah.
pop up on like people's For You pages, but I don't know how the algorithm works. I don't know like the
Mhm.
whole mechanics behind that kind of marketing or promotion.
Mhm.
But it was a lot of we always tried to think of different methods and nothing would
Yeah.
work, and I think that's something that still bugs me because I'm like,
Literally.
what? But yeah, that was
Yeah.
that.
Throughout all of this, we were still having our marketing meetings every week.
Mhm.
We were also still having general exec team bi-weekly meetings,
Mhm.
and on Slack, there was always something going on, so we had to be very aware of what's going on there. And the thing about marketing meetings is the way Rhea and I did it was we switched every week. I would talk one week, Rhea would talk the next week, and then I would do like meeting minutes for one week, Rhea would do meeting minutes for the corresponding,
Mhm.
and uh, yeah, we also like made PowerPoints for those, and I think those were pretty fun. I think
Mhm.
it was nice seeing the girls like every week.
Mhm.
But I think for those, yeah, for those marketing meetings, it was always late. Like 7 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I would go to the top of the AQ and like find an empty room and sit there and always leave in the dark. I remember doing that in the wintertime and fall time.
That made me so sad for Sophie.
It's okay though, because it also shows how much of a time commitment the positions are.
Mhm.
Like having to stay up late on campus to post or to be present for something, or
Mhm.
it also, yeah, taught me a lot about time management. And yeah, that was another piece of information that I think not a lot of people know. But again, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Like, it felt really rewarding to know that I left that room feeling like I made a difference,
Mhm.
no matter how small. So a bunch of
We
fundraisers.
did start Daffodil
Oh yeah,
Diaries.
Daffodil Diaries podcast. You want to talk about that?
If I can get through it without laughing. I think I was a little scared about doing a podcast. Um, First of all, I thought it was like those one of those things where it's like, okay, we should do it, right?
Mhm.
Because we like planned it back in like
Yeah.
December, November. Like we should do this, and then but I think I had no hope in it because I'm like, no, because I thought like, okay, we're saying it now, but watch, we're just not gonna do it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And
Yeah.
then Sophie pulled out a nice document, this nice proposal, and she was so on it.
Because I really wanted to do it. I
Yeah,
was
it
so
was.
excited for it.
Yeah, and I think we were trying to figure out like because our library has a podcast room, and we wanted to
Yeah.
use that. Like, oh my god, we have one. Why aren't we using it for a
Yeah. I
podcast?
took the course. I like applied.
Enrolled.
Yeah, enrolled for the course to use the audio studio, and the amount of time we had to coordinate everything because we were on
Mhm.
a tight timeline, we just couldn't access it. You had to like take a little like orientation and finish the course for it, have a demo, and like just figuring all that stuff out. We just couldn't use the room. If we had more time, we probably would have used it. So we just resorted to using whatever we used on our
Mhm.
laptop. So
Mhm.
yeah, I was excited for it. I remember doing that proposal and I was really excited for it.
I was excited too. I was like, okay, someone's taking initiative to start it. So I was really grateful for Sophie for doing that because like I feel like a lot of the times we say we're gonna do stuff and then sometimes it doesn't fall through. But this club really taught me like everyone keeps their word.
No, for real.
They do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of refreshing because it's like okay, I'm not the only one trying. Like
Mhm.
everyone's actually trying. So
Yeah.
it was nice.
Mhm.
Um.
So we started up Daffodil Diaries.
Mhm.
We had, you can still watch them, guys. Little plug. Daffodil Diaries on Spotify and YouTube. Shout out to Kiara for letting us borrow her camera and all her equipment.
Mhm.
The mics that we're using right now was the ones we used for Daffodil Diaries, by the way,
Mhm.
which is awesome. And yeah, we had such an amazing time doing that. Honestly, it was
Mhm.
so good. Yeah, just I think also doing that podcast. I mentioned this in my first episode, but it really inspired me to start my podcast here. Just getting people to share their stories. It's just a
Mhm.
different feeling of like you feel so not, I don't know, like, I don't, just giving people a way to share their stories is a really inspiring way to, I don't know what I'm saying.
Like you feel accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love hearing people's stories,
Mhm.
and I love asking people questions about their lives,
Mhm.
and it's so rewarding knowing that you made a difference, and just the whole process of, okay, you're gonna come on this time, you're gonna sit here, you're gonna have this mic, or you're going to say these lines, this is the structure. And I also loved editing the podcasts. I loved the whole logistics behind everything, and having Rhea do it with me. This
Sorry.
B again, having Rhea doing it with me was really good. She was in charge of the guys. This bee, I swear.
It's a
Oh, her
fly.
fly. Sorry guys. Rhea was in charge of the Spotify platform
Mhm.
posting, and I was in charge of the YouTube stuff. So you can talk about how you were able to learn everything from Spotify.
I low key felt useless in the whole podcasting. But Sophie
Girl,
did like 90% of the work. She like edited everything. She edited the audio, and the video, and then made like the cover for the YouTube videos. So she did a lot of the like back work.
okay, but posting on Spotify is like the one thing that needs to be done. Like, it's the probably the biggest thing, posting on
Yeah, but
Spotify.
it's just clicking a button,
I know,
just
but like,
uploading it.
you also did a lot of work for the covers and for the design itself and the
Yeah,
little logos, and for each
yeah,
person they had their own little graphic.
yeah.
So I think the work was pretty much evenly distributed. I think you did a great job, and I'm really
Thank
proud of
you.
us. Posting on Spotify, how was that like? Was it easy for anyone that might want to do it?
It was easy. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think the only thing I would dread is making the summaries because I hate writing out captions.
Guys,
I
we had
was
to be so formal
ugh,
throughout this whole year.
so formal. I was infamous for asking help for captions because I hated doing it. So those summaries were such a drag for me, but it was fairly so easy.
Yeah.
Just you just upload the file and let it do its thing.
I think that was a really good lesson at the end. It also
Mhm.
taught me how to use Spotify for the first time, like posting on the creators platform.
Mhm.
It was a really easy process.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I think just the writing the summaries. For like marketing, we also posted like LinkedIn posts. Those also
Mhm.
were a bit tedious, like having to be super formal. I was always very cautious about what I was saying, making sure no typos, making sure my hashtags were right, and yeah, it was a lot. But very applicable skills. Daffodil Diaries was a success. I think that, other than like, doing relay and all the other stuff, I think Daffodil Diaries was one of my favorite
Mhm.
moments of
Same.
the entire club. It's just something so different. I've never done that before.
Me
I've
too.
never like publicly done something like that, and
Mhm.
it gave me so much confidence after.
Mhm.
And it also helped me got to learn more about cancer.
And like one journey doesn't fit all. Like everyone experiences cancer differently. But like even if you've gone through it worst or whatever, like you shouldn't like or not as bad. I would say like you shouldn't invalidate your own experiences.
Hmm.
And I think that that was a big takeaway from like hearing all of these stories.
Yeah.
And then I remember her curate reached out to us and she said her friend and she doesn't go to our
Yeah.
school and she like listens to her podcast. I'm like, oh my god, really? Like that's
Even
crazy.
Christine, she doesn't even go to
Yeah,
SFU,
yeah.
and she was able to hear about our podcast and contact us. That
Mhm.
was
That was
awesome.
so exciting. I
Yeah,
remember being so excited.
same. And she was so sweet. We love you, Christine, and
Yeah.
Selena and Kiara, all the guests from the podcast. So,
Mm.
yeah, that was a really good moment. I think good time. But amongst the podcast was still the CCS general tasks. So, also this time was like midterm season, and that
Yeah,
was a lot as well.
it was.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know. I just hope like whoever wants to take charge, if it's not me or Sophie, of the podcast, I hope they continue it because we did put in a
Yeah.
lot of foundational work, and
Hmm.
obviously it can become something really, really a lot better. And we have that podcast room, so like maybe this summer, like I'll enroll in it.
Exactly.
Oh my god, this
Yeah.
fly! Sorry, but yeah, I really want to use that podcast room, and I think we can make it more official.
This fly is like really annoying.
Mhm. I don't want
Ah.
to close the windows. I'm burning hot right now.
Okay, so let's fast forward to after the podcast is done. We were now able to just lock in and focus on promoting for the relay event. So we had to post like things like the performers list, guests, sponsorships.
Mhm.
That was a really intense era.
Mhm.
We can get into that a bit. I think that era really taught me about communication and how important it was,
Mm.
because a lot of the posts were delayed and a lot of the I feel like this is so I feel like I'm not supposed to be saying this. Like,
No, I wouldn't say it was like a lot.
okay,
I think it should be fine.
yeah, there was a lot of things that did not go to plan, is how I'll
Mm.
put it. But at the end, it taught me that things aren't always going to go your way, and yeah, I think I cried probably so much. I've crashed out so much during that time, and Rhea was there the entire time.
Yeah.
Rhea was always she always had my back,
No, but here's the
and
thing. I was crying too, so
we were both
I
crying.
wasn't just only there for her, she was there for me. So
Yeah, I really couldn't have done this without Rhea.
no, say
Really,
I couldn't have done it without you. Like,
yeah.
dude, like seriously,
I
I
think
don't
I
know.
yeah would have quit or something.
Me too.
Like,
I'm like, I'm sorry, I need to go. I can't do this.
yeah. But yeah, during this time, we were promoting for relay. We were as a whole team, we were already having meetings planning on how the event was going to go out, already getting volunteers to sign up and wrapping up donations and getting our final fundraisers done. And yeah, it was also during final season.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of everything was final season, which is just great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just remember looking at my calendar because I write everything down on my calendar. It was just so packed. And a lot of it was to CCS things, but again, it taught me how to distribute my time evenly. And again, it taught me that you don't have to take on everything all by yourself. You have your coordinators, you have Rhea, you have your co-chairs, and you have family and friends to vent to if you ever need. And yeah, it just taught me a lot about discipline.
Relying on each other.
Exactly. I think a good piece of advice, someone told me this, probably you, or maybe like someone told you, then you told me, but like, or maybe I said this to myself. I don't know, guys. But like, if it's not your task, then you don't worry about
I
it.
did say that to
That's
you a
you.
lot.
Okay, okay,
I
yeah.
sound like Sophie, stop.
There we
It's
go.
not your responsibility.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like every post, because we're co-leads, it's like, I don't know. There's always some degree of stress that you put on every single post.
I think so because it's like it's a reflection on like how you're leading and supporting your team.
Yeah.
But
So,
also sometimes I think well I'll talk for myself, but sometimes it was kind of a struggle for me not to overstep in my coordinator's work, and I think I struggled with that a lot when it came to graphics. That was a big struggle too.
yeah.
Just letting my coordinators do their thing. I feel like I'm a very type A person.
It was
so
a hard balance though,
it
because we
was.
wanted the like our graphics to obviously be part of the graphics coordinator's creative freedom and her like work, but also wanting to balance and manage the vision of the feed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just things like that also took a mental toll. I feel not just burnout and physical, but how am I treating my coordinators? How am I
Yeah.
presenting myself?
It was really hard. Okay, this is a big struggle for me. Well, this is just me as a person. I think in any aspect of my life, but this club's a perfect example of like, okay, where's the line between me being professional and me being,
Yeah.
like your friend. Like I got along with all the girls, but like when I had to be the lead, I had to be the lead, and I'm like, is this gonna affect your outlook on me? Like I don't want that.
Yeah.
When I can be mean, I can be mean, and I know how I am. And like, if it's a serious situation, I am like dead set. Like, don't mess with me.
Mhm.
But I do think like that can affect how someone sees me or approaches me, and I don't want that to be a negative outlook on my coordinators. I loved all of them so much, and they're such sweetie
Mhm.
pies, and I know they were going through so much. Like a lot of them had so many
No.
jobs, or like they had school and a lot of stress. And a lot of them are STEM majors, so they had a lot of like other like heavy core stuff. Um, so like it was kind of hard to like be understanding. I think we are pretty understanding. I think being understanding but also being like, okay, like what can I do to support you, or what do you need that we can get this done in time,
Mhm.
right? Because we had so much to do, so it's a struggle to be like, okay, but we need to get this done in time, but I also understand if you can't do it right now.
We always emphasize reaching out if you need help. We
Yes.
always emphasize taking care of yourself,
Yeah.
because we know how heavy the workload is.
Mm-hmm.
We were always there for each other. We always made sure we were close. Like, team of girls, we always had each other's
Mm-hmm.
backs. But yeah, just balancing your emotional well-being and also
Mm-hmm.
making sure you're professional was something I didn't expect. I
Mm-hmm.
really did not.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to take this time to, my like personal things that I was thinking as well. I I just did not expect the mental toll.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, okay, I've never said this before, but always like compare myself to Rhea sometimes
I'm gonna cry. Why are you
because
doing that?
I just always felt like you did more than me.
No. Okay. No, I'm gonna have to stop Sophie there. No, literally, dead ass. There'd be so many days where I'm like, oh my god, I suck because
No way.
No, dead ass. I would tell you this. I'm like, oh, you're doing so much. Like,
No,
let me
you were doing too much.
No, I literally wasn't. You were editing all the podcast videos. You were doing the LinkedIn posts. You were responding to everybody on time. Like for me,
No, so were you though.
no. Okay, a big flaw about me is I'm a horrible texter. Like I will leave you undelivered for a week. Okay, it's just how I am. Like I don't mean to do it, just curse. So like I wasn't really super on it, and I think that was a problem within our team too, right? Like some of the coordinators had troubles with that, but Sophie was always on it. Like she was always on it. So I don't know why she was comparing herself.
I think a big part of that though is because I compared myself to how good you were. Guys, Rhea was such a good co-lead. I swear.
Too. I don't understand.
Like I feel like you just did more.
No, I did not. I really didn't. But that's also like I also prioritize the club a lot when I shouldn't have. But that doesn't translate into me doing more than you because you like I would see her study. I saw her study one time. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow. And
that was one time though.
Okay, or whatever. And then she was doing CCS, and she's like organized. She's on it. She's doing all of it. Her captions, like she's not as a caption queen, bro.
I think like a big thing too is because everyone in the club is a STEM major. I think not everyone, but almost everyone's a STEM major. You know, Canadian Cancer Society. It's like very health science oriented, whatever. I'm not a STEM major, guys. I'm a psych major.
Psych is hard.
Okay,
Are you serious?
Okay, but not as hard as STEM.
No.
Let me say my point here. Okay, I think the biggest mental toll on me was comparing myself to not just Rhea but like everyone on the team because why am I complaining about my workload and CCS when I'm a psych major and all of these people are taking 5 courses and they're in STEM and they're like co-chairs, they're balancing so many things. It was just like, you know, why am I complaining? Like I should be doing more work than this. Like, you know, it just I don't it was just like a thing that really bothered me.
Me and my friends always talk about I could never be a psych major. It's so hard. You guys do so much. Like, university is hard, period. It doesn't matter what major you're in or if you're in STEM or not. Like, school is hard. University is hard. SFU is hard. I compare myself to other STEM majors too. But I'm like, no, what I'm doing is a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, I've also compared myself to, like, chem majors. I'm like, I wish. Or, like, BBK or what's another one? Any of them. Like, I don't know. Like, engineering. I'm like, wow, you're a baddie for that. But, like, I'm also doing a lot in my degree as well. And we're all putting in so much work, and you're really hardworking. So I don't know why you're saying that, and why you felt like that, and why you compare yourself.
I just had to let that out.
No, I'm mad at you now.
I think just that quality of you impressed me because you balanced so many things, and you were so hardworking as well.
No,
I feel like you really established your presence, like really well as a co-lead. I feel
you did great. Too.
Okay,
we both did. Period.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, I just wasn't expecting that, you know, going into the position. Or maybe that's just me. Like, I'm just maybe self-critical sometimes, but
I am too. But I think you're way too hard on yourself. Aww. You should no. I feel like you're giving me a lot more credit than needed because like you did just as much, if not more, and that's why like everyone. By the way, Sophie got asked to be a co-chair. So if you didn't make an impact, they wouldn't have asked you.
And so did Rhea, which we'll get into that later.
Oh god. Oh my god.
But yeah, guys, overall, I know I sounded very like not that was very sad.
No, it's not sad. You're being raw. I
will say I am very proud of all the work I've done.
Yes,
I'll say that.
Yes.
Like again, it's really hard to balance uni no matter what major you are, no matter how many clubs you're in. It's hard and everyone has different thresholds for how much they can handle. And yeah, being in this club really taught me how to, again, I've mentioned this so many times, but balance is so important.
It is important.
And not comparing yourself to anyone because Sophie. You just never know. I know. You just never know what everyone's going through.
Exactly.
Overall what I'm saying is that I was not expecting such a big mental toll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did get a lot, especially during exam seasons. Like, oh my gosh, I would want to cry because it was like we have like 3 posts due on the same day, but I also have my exam the next day. So it's like I don't know where to find that balance either. Yeah. So it was just like a lot.
I remember specifically studying for my final, and not even just my final, just like final season period,
Mhm.
I would have my Slack tab and my other tabs, and I'd be just switching, and I could not just
Yeah.
study straight
Yeah.
up. Like I could
Yeah.
not fully force study,
Yeah.
or I would always have a ding like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
what is it
the
now?
bolded titles. I'm like,
Ah!
oh, who sent the message? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. It was like personal there was personal messages, there's messages on this channel and that channel. I'm
Yeah.
like, ah.
Yeah. I think a big misconception is that posting on social media or like marketing is easy. Posting on TikTok just takes 5 seconds. You just make some content, post it, hope for the best. But there was so much more that went onto it, like approval and
Mhm.
making sure your captions are good. Every caption had to be approved.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
making sure language is appropriate and not insensitive at all. Because the thing is with our club and the information we're sharing, it's very vulnerable. It's very sensitive information, and so you're targeting a vulnerable population. So you have to be mindful of everything you're putting out
Yeah.
on there. Even our podcast, like I always
Oh
tell
my god.
Sophie I was so scared of being canceled because I'm like,
Same.
what if I say something and I didn't mean to? Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter about your intentions, it's what you're saying, though, right?
Yeah.
So it was hard. It was hard to navigate that as well.
Yeah.
Like in all mediums in our marketing team.
Mhm. Yeah, again, like in the podcast, I've never spoken to cancer survivors in that way. I was
Mhm.
very careful about what I was
Mhm.
saying, and yeah,
Mhm.
just the club in general, because we're also representing the Canadian Cancer Society,
Yeah.
so it was a lot of
Pressure.
pressure,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, like anyways, as I said, every single caption had to be approved,
Mhm.
and approval takes a long time because not everyone answers right away.
Mhm.
So we had to keep sometimes like delaying posts, and usually we had like a deadline of post by 6 p.m. Never
Mhm.
really done like
No, but
always posted after
I
6 p.m.
also just didn't enable the 6 p.m. behavior. Like I would reply late too, so I
Yeah,
think it
it's
was just
okay.
a mix of all of
Same.
us.
Yeah, there's just so many people to manage. It just we
Yeah,
couldn't do
we
everything
couldn't. No,
perfectly, and that's okay. At the end of the day, I always told myself like it's going to be posted no matter what.
literally,
Like
like it had to be posted.
yeah,
It
so,
would be posted.
yeah. But again, every single post I've always felt so good after. Anyways, we were literally talking about relay and leading up to it. We can just talk about the relay cancellation now.
Oh my gosh.
So at this point, all the posts have been posted. We were tired. We were like, finally ready to enjoy relay. And then it snowed on campus on the day of relay, guys. Of all days.
That was so
It
random.
was. Yeah, so we all pulled up to campus that morning, and long story short, we got snowed and canceled the event. And we were all very sad. I remember the room was just dead silent.
Like you could hear a pin
You
drop.
could
Like
hear.
if the tension was so high, I think what added on to it was that it was like peak midterm season, so like a lot of people had exams to study for, like
Yeah.
important midterms. And then us preparing everything, the sponsorship officers like getting all the food prepared, having to go pick it up, or
And the tents. I
the
remember.
tents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette, we love you. She had to like cancel the tent orders, and
Mhm.
we had to send like a mass email to all the guests that were canceling the event.
Yeah, the coaches, oh my god, they had to get down like right away to send out the notification that everything's canceled, and Sophie and I had to post it on social media quickly.
Yeah.
Thank God it was canceled like hours before, but like
Oh yeah.
still it was the day
Please.
of, and it was just like maybe some people took. I know people in our team took off work to be
Yeah.
there, so that was really stressful.
I think also another thing was the fact that we were so ready to just have relay done.
Yeah.
Or not like saying it as like getting it over with, but like, we were just so excited to finally see our hard work pay off.
Yeah.
Um, just the fact that it just got so abruptly stopped was a big. It felt like a grieving period.
It did.
Yeah.
But it was, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I went home. I took a nap. I woke up and I still felt so sad.
Yeah.
Even though
Same.
I like, how do I explain it? Like I don't know how I felt. It's just like all of that, like the anticipation over the months and hard work and like hours, even that week leading up to RFL.
Oh,
Oh
girl.
my gosh, there was so many like I genuinely was mentally not doing well that week at all. Both Sophie and I, we were like really, really. I think the day before our fell, I was dissociated really hard. We had
Yeah,
our Jeopardy night, and I was like physically there, but not mentally there. I
same.
really dissociated from like all my problems, all my exams, just to get through relay, and then for that to happen, for it to can't be canceled, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah, just having it canceled was probably just a big plot twist that we were
it
not
was.
expecting. And again, it felt like a grieving period. Like I just because it was so early in the morning when it happened. Throughout the rest of the day, I was like, "That really happened? Like I was on campus and it got canceled? Like what do you mean?" And yeah, I don't. We were just texting each other on Slack, and everyone was just talking about the snow and how annoying it was. And oh my god, so that happened, and we had to post everything all over again.
Oh my gosh, yes.
By the way, we had to post like something every single day up to the event, so we had to post that. We had to post those all over again, and that was another thing. And the new relay day was on finals during final
Oh my
season,
gosh,
so
yeah.
that was another thing. You want to talk about that and how we were able to push through?
I think I think Sophie was really like grounded during that whole time. Like
Aw.
I think I was crashing out more because I was like, we have to do everything all over again, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, but
Not just for us, like everyone on the team was probably
everybody,
the
yeah,
co-chairs
you had to
especially.
reschedule
Yeah,
everything. Like sponsors too, like
yeah.
they all had to reschedule everything, even entertainment, like reaching out to the performers, like, hey, can you do this day instead? And like, mind you, it's during finals. Like, not nobody's gonna be free. Like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna be free. Like, everyone's gonna be so stressed out. Thankfully, Sophie and I had our first final the day before relay.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I was crying that day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think I was too. I think I cried the day before that. So we took our turns crying. But yeah, somehow we were able to have an event during finals, and like we
That is
got a pretty good
crazy.
turnout,
We
I
did.
would say, for
And the weather
finals.
was really good.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
But my hands and everything were
My
like
feet.
frozen at the end of
Oh,
the
it was so
night.
cold,
It
yeah.
was so cold at the night. But yeah, um,
I think the way that I went with it was just trying to be as positive as
you
possible.
were so
I
positive.
was just really trying to like see the good. I was telling myself it happened for a reason, and we don't know yet, but it happened for a reason. And even if we did pursue the event on that snow day, like who would enjoy it? Like no
No
one,
one.
right? It was also so cold. It would have been so cold, and
Oh my
everyone would have
gosh.
been so. It wouldn't have been a good event. So you just never know. I just kept telling myself that like it had to happen like that for a reason.
Yeah, there had to be something that like prevented it for a reason. And Sophie kept on saying that, and she was super positive, even like about re-uploading everything. She's like, "At least it's done. We just need to tweak this." And like, you're
Exactly.
right. I guess you're right. But no,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
But we did it, obviously.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
If we could do that, I know I said this for Meet the Teams, but if we were able to survive that era, we could survive anything. I feel
Mhm.
like. So I'm very proud. I'm so proud of us and
Me too.
the entire team. Really,
Mhm.
like I said, or like Rhea said, entertainment had to contact people all over again.
Mhm.
We had to send out emails. We had to contact sponsorships. We had to. I know, like the co-chairs had to communicate with so many things like SFSS and
Mhm.
I don't know all
SFU
these
rec,
yeah,
all of
SFU rec,
them.
and it really tested a lot of our
Yes.
endurance. And overall, it was a great event.
It
And
was.
I remember making the final. We were making the final graphic for that and the final
Mhm.
LinkedIn post and all the final posts. It
Mhm.
was a lot of pressure because it was like
It was.
the final post.
Yeah.
We also surpassed our fundraising goal,
Oh
so
yes.
that was good. We talked about the social. Like, that was like our final time. It was a very small social at Burnaby
Yeah.
Mountain with the girls. We played like some fun games. We had lots of yummy food, and that was the final social
Mhm.
of CCS. And I think that for me felt like the close, like the final thing.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were
I
you feeling during that time?
I think like, not gonna lie, that day I was like, I don't really feel like going out of my house. Like, like I'm
Yeah.
such an introvert, I'm such a homebody. So I just like, do I wanna go? I'm like, I should go. I'm gonna get FOMO. And then I was there and I was like, this is so cute because it was
It
just a
did.
girly pop. No offense to the guys in our club, but it was a lot of fun because like we can talk about everything and anything. And like, I like kind of enjoyed that it was smaller because then you can actually talk to everybody and
Yeah.
like do everything. And like we had cute activities and games
And we
and
took cute photos.
pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yummy food. So I really enjoyed it. And then I think we all went up to like further up in the mountain to look at the scenery, and like I think that's when it felt really real. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, why am I getting so sad? Like
Yeah.
this actually feels like the end. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'll see you guys in the future, but it's like it's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
So it's like, I get attached to people very fast. So it's like it's gonna be an adjustment having to work with a new team next year, and like I'm just so used to the people that was in our team, and everyone was so sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
oh.
remember, like I said earlier, we went home. Rhea drove me home that social, and as soon as I went into my house, I just felt so
Yeah.
sad. Like I already missed her. Like, come back.
Yeah. I messaged her like, this sucks. I remember my drive home was so quiet. I'm like,
Oh,
this sucks. I don't know. It just felt like a community because
it did.
university can be so isolating.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the times, like I'm a commuter student. We're both commuter students. We don't live on campus, so it's like harder to make relationships and like have a campus life. But I think that club aspect and everyone actually being so nice. Like I
Yeah.
never had a problem with anyone or anything. Like everyone was nice. Yeah.
Like I said, I did this club last year, but doing it again this year, I wasn't originally gonna do this position at all. Actually, I remember doing TikTok coordinator last year. So many embarrassing videos of me online. My digital footprint is crazy. I like cringe looking back at my last year's set. Ew.
And I'm gonna
Anyways,
go creep it and send it
yeah.
to Sophie when I
Thanks.
get home.
Oh, thanks, Rhea. Thanks so much. Needed that. I love resurfacing my old
I mean,
content.
like, remember this?
Okay. Yeah, I did this last year, and then I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this next year. It was like a lot of work, but I ended up applying for a higher position, which is so funny. Um, and I feel like this year was just so much more different because there was so much more people, and like I got to communicate as a co-lead, like with in a different way than I did as a TikTok coordinator. And I don't know, I just established so much more friendships.
Yeah.
And like Ria said, it's so hard to make friends in uni, but being in this club really just made my semester more fulfilling. And it gave me a reason to go on campus, whether it be like tabling for like a fundraiser and just forcing myself to not forcing and just seeing people and having a good time, and they're all so nice. So after the social, we had just some final few tasks like end of year recap, like little reflection sheets that we had to, sounds like homework, like
It kind of was homework.
like reflections to send to the future execs of the team, and recruiting for like the execs for next year and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of what we've been up to, just submitting reflections. And um, well, we've submitted ours,
Yes.
and that was like kind of our final task, really.
It was.
Yeah. And then Ria also posted the alumni post.
Oh yeah.
So for anyone, if you happen to be a CCS alumni, please check out the link in our bio.
Yes,
Um,
please.
because Ria worked really hard on that, and only one submission so far. And then Ria also posted like the birthday posts.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing. Like she did so many like extra initiatives.
No, but that was just because I was like, oh, this would be fun to do, and it was just like it wasn't like it didn't feel like a chore or anything. I did it out of my own free will, so it was just like it was a procrastination. Let's just say that a
It was
procrastinating
so
technique.
cute though. Like it's so like I don't think a lot of clubs do that.
They don't, and
Yeah,
it
so
was. I think it was super rewarding for me because like every time I'd reach out, they were so grateful.
that's so cute.
They were so sweet about it, or like they're just really excited. Like, oh, thank you so much. Like, like I really love it. And I'm like, oh my god, like it's just a story, but it means so much to like people, and I feel like I think that's all. Maybe I'm thinking about my past experiences with teams where I didn't feel seen or my hard work wasn't seen or was being celebrated enough, and I definitely gone through a lot of teams like that in high school. So I try to make sure like everyone like you're noticed, you're celebrated, you are part of the team, like you're not hidden away. So I think that was really important for me to implement birthday shoutouts.
It was really cute, and they were so beautiful. There's a whole highlight. You guys can check it out, tap through it. Yeah, Ria's hard work. But yeah, that was our final tasks for CCS. Yeah, there's nothing going on right now. For future stuff, Ria, Maria here, she was, how do I say it, like asked to be
Co-chair.
co-chair for next year.
So was Sophie, but this girl's saying
We'll
she's not
get into
joining the
that.
club. By the
So,
way,
so how did they approach you for being next year's co-chair?
Kiara messaged me. So I woke
Oh.
up. I was like a nice good morning message.
Oh, by the way, guys, the co-chair is like the president, like the top position in the club.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Kiara messaged you. She was a co-chair this year.
yeah.
Anyways, continue. Sorry.
And then there were just a bunch of messages from Kiara. And the way she asked was so cute. Kira's such a cute person. And I remember she's like, yeah, Sophie declined it. And I'm like, oh.
I did not know that she said that.
Yeah, she told me. She's like,
Aw.
Sophie, turn it down. You don't have to say yes. And I'm like, I was mad and excited. I'm like, this girl. But yeah, I respect Sophie's decision because this club is a lot.
So Rhea's gonna be your next co-chair. I think she's gonna do amazing. Like
Oh,
guys, if you only could
scared.
have seen the slacks, the messages and the DMs and whatever, the history, Rhea like literally is always on it and she's so hardworking.
You are
I have to hype her up like this, guys. She's guys, like I don't know, like her aura is just so leader. It's so leader. Like,
it's a type A. It's a type A
like she would be
personality.
such a good co-chair. And guys, it's just I don't know, like I really do see a good future with Rhea and the rest of the co-chairs that are gonna be co-chairing. And how are you feeling? Are you nervous? Have
I'm
you?
actually freaking out. Low key, like sometimes I think about it, I'm like, oh my god. Because I'm like, there's so much more to it. Because
Mm-hmm.
like marketing leads a lot, but like once you see what co-chairs do, it's like
Yeah.
they are literally communicating with the university, the Canadian Cancer Society, literally big organizations and companies. And it's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Like seeing the amount of work they did for planning for Relay, it's
Yes.
just that by itself, just that 1 week of planning.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could do co-chair. I don't think so. But yeah. So what kind of motivates you? Because it's so much work.
I think I've always like naturally wanted to be in that leader position. I think all throughout like elementary to high school, I was in my elementary leadership team. I was um in my leadership team in high school. I was the co-chair for 2 years in high school, and then I just always wanted to take charge. As
Yes,
bad as that sounds,
as
like
you should
I always
though.
wanted like why should I settle for where I'm at now? Like always reach higher and like it's
Mm-hmm.
doable.
Yeah.
Um so I think I don't know, that's just how my personality is. I always wanted to reach further. Um and
And you
like
were given
challenge
it.
myself. Yeah,
So
I'm so grateful
yeah.
for the club and for the co-chairs for thinking of me. Like I was really like I'm really bad at expressing my gratitudes. I'm really
She's so
bad at
cute.
accepting compliments. I suck at it. I may seem like awkward and be like, okay, thanks. But like no, like I genuinely feel it to my bone. I'm so grateful. But what was I gonna say? I lost my train.
You're so
No,
cute.
girl. I'm socially awkward, low key.
Girl.
But yeah, I don't know. I just always wanted to be in that position, and then I am a big overthinker, so I don't like being left with my thoughts, and so keeping myself
Oh,
busy.
that's so valid. So valid.
Yeah, like I always like want to be kept busy because like if I'm like alone and like by myself or just like lounging around, which you should be time to time, you should be relaxing. Like I get really agitated. Like I just can't. Like I need to be doing something. If I'm too with myself, like I get agitated. So having that extra challenge, that busy component, and it's rewarding, you
It
know.
is,
So I think it helps in that way. But
yeah.
Sophie, why aren't you joining?
I think the biggest thing for me was because of the mental toll it took.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I couldn't honor that position the best I could. And I didn't want to, how do I say it? Like contribute to being a co-chair in a way that wouldn't be ideal. And I didn't want to like affect whatever the standard was, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think mostly it was just the mental. Even though it was very rewarding, I just don't know if I could do it again. But you know what's funny is that I said this last year as a TikToker, and then I applied for like a higher position. So guys, watch me be a co lead again, or like watch me even be a co-chair next year. Just wait. But yeah, I think just it was just a very, I don't know, like I said, everyone has different thresholds for how much they can handle,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this club just was, I don't know. It was a maybe it was just the year. Maybe it was just 'cause I was a first time co-chair. And oh my
A
god, what am I
lead.
saying? First time co-lead. It was just very overwhelming. But as of right now, I'm just like freshly done the term. Like, I'm
Mhm.
still trying to process everything.
Mhm.
Just at the moment, I'm just like I can't. But like, despite all of that, I'm still proud of all the work I've done.
You should be
And
proud. Sophie did
yeah,
so much. I'm
thank
so
you.
proud of her. The way she would always hustle it out. Her growth through her graphics and everything was crazy.
Aw.
I'm like, wow. But I
Aw.
understand the mental toll. Like, I wouldn't ever wish that on anyone because it is a lot.
It
It
is.
truly is. University itself is always already a lot. You have your personal life as well and your own struggles, and then having this extra component, it is a lot. So you
Mhm.
should listen to your body.
Yeah.
I would always emphasize
Yeah.
that.
The fact that it was our first time, I think it's a big thing.
Mhm.
All the new initiatives and all that stuff. And I think,
Mhm.
yeah, as
Just
you said, we have a new foundational ground. I think next year, the fact that I already know what I'm doing,
yeah.
I think that could help.
Mhm.
Watch me like literally join again next year. I'm
Do it.
saying that's what I'm
Do
saying.
it. Sophie, do it.
But it might be a reason why, and also I might just miss everyone at the
The
end of the day.
FOMO is gonna get
Yeah, it
real.
really
I
is.
get such bad FOMO.
Literally. Also, another thing is I feel like I also just wanted to experience the club from like an outsider's point of view
Mhm.
because I know what goes on behind the scenes and I
Yeah.
just want to know I just want to see it as
A gem.
not a
Yeah.
person in it.
Mhm.
Like, oh, they posted this. Oh, I know what went down behind that post. Like,
Mhm.
I know the
Mhm.
graphic was posted for that. I know there was tears behind that post. I just know. um, so I also wanted that perspective and just putting myself first at the end of the day. Like Rhea
Yes,
said, listening to
please.
your body, just
Yes.
putting yourself first, I think was another big thing. And then I also want to explore new endeavors, whatever I want to do in
Mhm.
the rest of my uni career. I think
Mhm.
also being a TikTok coordinator, then a marketing colleague. I think you know I've done what I can and I've done enough.
Mhm.
And I'm proud of myself for it.
Yes, you
So
should be.
yeah. Um, but again, watch me literally apply. Like watch my application pop up on your email.
I'm gonna see Sophie. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I know we want to interview with you. Like, why are you? Don't even send me an application, please. Oh my god, I'm
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
so.
you're gonna be interviewing people. Yes.
I'm gonna be the least intimidating person. I don't know. I don't know if people find me intimidating or what, but I feel like I'm just gonna be like just like happy. Like it's gonna be
Aw.
chill. But I don't know. Maybe I'll become a B, but we'll see.
Oh,
I don't know.
guys, if you apply next year, here's your future interviewer.
As I'm saying, I might be a B. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm kind of excited to see like who applies. It's gonna be, I feel like, a lot of like first year, second year.
That's so
Everyone's
cute.
gonna be so young.
I
I
feel like
think.
interviewing is so fun. You're gonna have
I
so much fun doing
know.
it. Like, who's coming next?
Everyone's gonna be so
I
nervous.
remember for this position, I was interviewed by Kiara, which is so funny because like I applied for marketing co-lead, and one of the marketing criteria you need to meet is like having some TikToks you want to show.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, these are the TikToks that I could literally like last year's
Yeah,
content, and then
yeah.
it was very informal, like, um. So I think you're gonna have so much fun interviewing people.
Mhm.
That's the future of CCS for us, at least. I don't
Mhm.
think, as of right now, as of May 20, what is it, 26, I will not be doing it next year. And Ria is going to be a co chair, which is amazing. And I think a lot of other people are leaving as well, which is really sad.
Don't say that.
But Ria is going to empower this new generation
Oh my
of
god, we both are. Stop saying only
CCS.
me.
And I know she'll do amazing. So,
Girl, you're gonna do amazing in whatever
oh,
you like,
oh,
whatever you go
I'll
forward
be
with.
supporting you.
Oh my
I'll be
gosh.
joining your team. I'll be on early bird. I'll be like in every single event. I'll be at every single club. I'll be posting every single thing because I know
Be like, no, surprises. You're gonna do
exactly.
your own little promoting on
I
the
literally will. Like
side.
I'll have my own highlight on my Instagram about CCS for
Sophie,
you.
so you'll be like, like the brand or the what is it? The influencers do. What are they called? The ambassadors.
Ambassador,
Yeah.
CCS ambassador, guys.
Sophie's our new ambassador. That
Literally.
would be actually so cool to have an ambassador.
Stop.
Oh my god, and you could do it. Like, you can be in your influencer era.
That could be my transition into the world.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Girl,
Co-chair.
I can
You
make
can
some
actually
positions for
you can
you.
literally do that because you're a co-chair.
Yeah, I can implement an ambassador.
You
That'd
heard
be
it right here. You
sick.
heard it right here, guys. Okay. So for this last portion, I just want to talk about for anyone who wants to be in CCS, what piece of advice would you give them?
Be realistic with yourself. That's a big thing. If you're having a heavy year or a heavy semester or two, like, is this position going to be sufficient for you? Like, it does require a lot of commitment. I think more than it is advertised, and more that you're probably used to than other clubs. Just be realistic with yourself. What can you handle? Is this going to be a commitment you can do for majority of the year? Of course, life happens, and we'll be really understanding and supportive of you. Um, but I think just putting in your all, knowing yourself, and if you can
Mhm.
handle a lot, if you can work under pressure. And also don't be afraid to express your opinions. I feel like our coordinators had a lot of amazing ideas, or they'd be nervous to like express it, but it's like no, like your input matters just as much as mine and Sophie's. Like,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to like be like, hey, we should do this, or we should bring in this initiative. I think this would be cool. Da
Hmm.
da da da.
Also, I think that's because we were all first timers doing it together for the first
Mhm.
time. I think if we do it all again next year, we'd be more comfortable.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Um, I think for my piece of advice, if you were be interested in joining, make sure that you understand the club itself. Like, do your research and
Mhm.
scroll through the Instagram and just really know what you're getting yourself into, and reach out to anyone if you know. Reach out to us. Hello. Like, we can give you all the tea about what is up with the club and what you can do in it and different positions and insights. So, really understand what the club is,
Mhm.
and also just being committed. Like Ria said, you basically said it. Just knowing yourself and knowing your schedule, making sure that you allocate enough time to commit to the club, because your presence, no matter how small you think it is, it makes a big difference as a team. And my next question is, what are some lessons you've learned just overall from TCS?
I think how far it can be pushed. I think.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh, it's so
I mean, like I think I'm still learning like where my patience lies. I think I'm someone who's very like short tempered. I'm very passionate and I'm a very angry person. But I think this club made me realize like capable of doing more than I think I could, and
Mhm.
actually making an impact, because sometimes I feel like, how do I explain it? Like I feel like okay, I'm doing this work, but what for? But
Yeah.
like this club made me realize like, oh no, I am actually helping something more than I think.
For me, also that, like, just the emotional impact was really great.
Mhm.
Knowing that you've touched and reached out to so many people, especially like in social media, because you are the face of the club, right?
Mhm.
So that was really rewarding. And again, knowing that I could push myself that much, I
Mhm.
never would have thought I could have done that. And also just like practical skills in general. Like, I learned how to host a Zoom meeting. Hello, me. I learned how to edit podcasts on CapCut.
Yeah.
I learned how to make LinkedIn posts. I learned how
Yes.
to communicate better with people across different teams.
Yes.
I've learned how to delegate tasks. I've learned how to write meeting minutes and use Google Drive and um,
You
be
organize Google
organized.
Sheets.
Um, I've learned so many other things. Confidence, because making different TikToks requires
Oh my gosh, I
confidence.
was so envious of Sophie because she was so
Oh,
confident in front of the camera, and I'm like, wow, and she was amazing at it. So that's always
stop.
something I looked up to Sophie as well. So she embodies confidence. If you
Girl,
couldn't tell
that's so
already,
beautiful. Stop. Yeah, I just loved being in front of the camera. I think
you're such a natural.
that's
I think you're
also
meant. Some people are meant to just be in front, and
you
I
got
think
my
you're one of the.
heart. My
No, it's
heart.
true. Yeah, you're definitely one of the people. I'm like, yes, like you're meant to be an influencer, girl. Get out
Aw.
there.
In the Barbie video, that's what I said. It's like I want to
Yeah.
be influencer Barbie. But yeah, I just love being. That's also why I chose marketing. I just love
Mhm.
being in front of the camera, and I loved. I don't know. I just really like that feeling.
Mhm.
Also, like, I'm a big theater kid. I just
I
love
love that.
performing in
Yeah.
general. So yeah, I think the dapping up video and just different things you have to do on campus and
Yeah.
embarrass yourself a bit just for some content that is barely gonna get any
But
views.
you're able to do that. Like that's amazing. Like I could never.
But yeah, confidence was a big thing.
Mhm.
And then even like speaking up if something doesn't feel right, or if something feels unfair, knowing that you can address that, and having
Mhm.
the confidence to be assertive sometimes,
Mhm.
which I could work on. Knowing how to navigate Slack. I think if
Yeah.
you're in the corporate industry, I'm not going to be in the corporate
Me
industry, but
neither.
at least I know how to use Slack.
Versatile
Yeah,
queen.
I learned how to manage a public profile on Instagram, on
Mm.
TikTok, YouTube. I've learned how to upload on YouTube officially.
Mm.
I think this club was a good way for me to transition into that world if I ever want to do that in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah. And
So,
we're going towards such a well, we're already in a digital world, but it's advancing even more and like
mhm.
different platforms. Um yeah, I could also just work on learning how to say no or confrontation. I think that was a big struggle for me,
Mhm.
and I think will continue to be unless I work on it. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
standing your ground is something also.
Yeah, especially in any field.
Mhm.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to address, probably the biggest thing, was when Really got canceled. I think that taught me so much. I
Mhm.
learned how much planning actually goes into an event
Mhm.
because we were part of like the little logistics planning
Mhm.
thing. But honestly, in my opinion, or what I used to think, oh, it's just an event. Like, no, it doesn't take that long to plan.
Mhm.
I was genuinely shook of how much things actually goes into planning,
Mhm.
um, and how much teamwork matters, and how much our different departments matter. Because co-chairs can only do so much.
Mhm.
Entertainment has to have their role, marketing has their role, finance, whatever, fundraising. It taught me about things not going your way, how to bounce back from it, how to stay positive.
Trusting the process.
Trust in the process, yeah. And even things like if a post doesn't go up, it's not your fault. People have to weigh in all of their efforts
Mhm.
together.
Mhm.
And communication, I learned how to communicate better, how to be a co-lead, and how to just take on leadership roles. If you were to be in a different position that's not co-chair, what would you be in?
Probably fundraising.
Fundraising? And why
Yeah.
fundraising?
I feel like there's such like all each team is so important in our club, but I feel like fundraising is always making that impact throughout the year, and I feel like a lot of our donations are coming in from these fundraisers and
Mm-hmm.
pretty much bringing in the SFU community to be part of our club. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it's such a vital role. And I feel like it's very rewarding and something not a lot of people can do. So
Yeah.
something a challenge I think I would want to face.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
I would probably, oh my god, I don't know. Okay, back then, if you were to ask me this like months ago, I would have said logistics,
Mhm.
because I think being more behind the scenes is kind of cool.
Mhm.
It's something super opposite from marketing,
Mhm.
and I just like planning stuff in general. But I think knowing that what they do now, I feel like I wouldn't dive into that. I think I would try being maybe fundraising too. Even though I don't really enjoy working with money and like finances, I think just having the opportunity to plan different events and fundraising events and doing like reaching out to different people, yeah, I feel like that would be kind of cool.
Mhm.
But really, I don't see myself in any other position. That's everything that I wanted to address for this episode. I hope I didn't miss anything because I had so much on my mind.
Me too.
Yeah, I feel like, no, I feel good. Like, I feel like I
Yeah.
cleansed a lot of it out.
Good, as you should.
If there's anyone from CCS are listening to this, hi guys. Hopefully this gave you an insight of our minds and what we were thinking about during the entire term. And we appreciate every single one of you guys that were
Mhm.
in this team. I think it's a very demanding, and how do I say it? I think it's a very demanding club. It was a very challenging. How do I say it? I'm not saying this right.
It took a, I guess, a lot of effort and
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was demanding. It was a demanding club. I
Yeah.
feel like you had to have a lot of commitment and drive into what you were doing for the club, and everyone really showed up. And I'm really grateful that I got to meet people who
Yeah.
have the same work ethic, or if not better, and just like something people are passionate about, even though everyone has their different stories.
Mhm. Yeah, if you were a part of our club, we love you so much, and
Yes, I love you.
you really made a big difference in our third year of
Yes,
uni.
just in university, like I feel like
Yeah.
going forward, I'm definitely gonna I'm really good at remembering people, so I'll
Hmm.
definitely will remember
Yeah.
everyone from
Like,
this
I've
year.
literally met my bestest friends from doing this club,
Same,
literally.
same.
Um, Fun fact, I actually voice recorded our first ever meeting.
Oh yeah.
I know you know this, but I recorded myself talking. I was so awkward. It was just me talking, and Rhea like chimed in here and there. And then like, yeah, just seeing the growth, and now that we're just kind of, it's so like full circle.
It
It's so
is.
funny. But yeah, overall I had a great time in this club. I think we both really needed this
We
club.
both did, yes.
Yeah. It taught me so many things, and yeah, I know we complained a lot in this podcast, but at the end of the day, I think the it had more good ups than
Yeah,
downs.
I think the pros outweighed the cons a lot.
That's the better way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for the future of CCS, I hope for the
Me
best.
too.
Ria's gonna do so good.
Stop.
If I don't join again. But yeah, I hope that everything turns out well. I appreciate all the work that everyone's put into, especially shout out to the marketing girls.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, every single one of you, we love you so much. And
Yes.
thank you so much for being so supportive in Rhea and I's first time doing this.
You guys are so patient with us too.
Yeah. And we're sorry if we caused you guys any stress at all.
I know. I'm sorry if I was ever mean. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that was not us. That was not
That
us.
was angry Rhea, stressed Rhea. That was me. I love you guys.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are going to now read. Okay, we made cards for each other,
Oh my god, I'm scared.
and we're gonna read them to each other,
Okay.
just to end off the podcast on a really cute note. And we're probably gonna cry, but that's okay. Want to read yours first because you made yours first.
No, you read.
I'll read Rhea's first. And by the way, I'll post what the cards look like on my Instagram.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Because
this is so
this is so funny.
cute.
I made like the milestone post, but in card form.
Oh,
Okay, this is
I'm scared.
we just finished CCS to Rhea from Sophie, and I put the logo in the middle.
Oh.
Okay, hey Queen. Oh my god, I can't believe CCS is over. What the f? I literally remember just meeting you yesterday at the lockers before clubs day. Girl, when I tell you that I literally wouldn't have survived CCS without you, I am not kidding, bro. You are so hardworking and dedicated. It truly amazes me. I'm not gonna lie, there were so many times I compared myself to you and just kept
Why?
telling myself I needed to do more like you. But through you, I really channeled my inner girl boss and you brought out the best in me. This position was not a joke. It ate up our entire third year and caused so many tears and crash outs, but I truly learned so much from doing it with you. Thank you for always being so sweet, kind, patient, hardworking, and responsive on Slack notifications. Thank you for taking initiative when I couldn't. Thank you for being my crash out buddy and for being my partner in crime. You've truly become one of my bestest friends at SFU, and those are really hard to find. I may not join back next term, but I will always be here for you for every fundraiser, every event, promotion. I got you. I'll join your team first with early bird and I'll hype you up every day. You'll be such an amazing co-chair, and I'm so proud of you. You are also so gorgeous and a baddie. I'll forever cherish our time together as co-leads, and most importantly, I'll forever be here for you. I love you so much, Queen. Hashtag SFUCCS, hashtag RFL, hashtag Y Relay, hashtag CCS. Love, Sophie.
No, I'm scared to read mine because I don't remember what I wrote.
It's okay. Makes it fun. I was giving wedding vows. I'm sorry.
Screw men at this point. Anyway,
Literally.
to Sophie, there's a heart at the end. Thank you so much for being the best co-lead I could have asked for. Right from the start, I was so in awe with your confidence and the amount of effort and organization you brought to the team. You always picked up after me, or helped me through the times when everything got too overwhelming. There wasn't a day that you didn't lift me up, and I truly could not be more grateful for that. Thank you for being my safe space, my hype queen, and my friend. Your presence shines so bright, and I can't wait to see all the amazing things you end up doing. You're an inspiration and a hard work, which is so many, including me. I will always be here for you if you need to talk, and I'll always be your biggest cheerleader no matter the different paths we take. I love you so much, and I'm so fortunate to have met you, run the marketing team with you, and create all the silly memories with you. Love, Rhea.
Oh, thanks, girl.
Mine is so short.
It's okay.
I wrote it upside down.
It's okay, guys. She wrote hers
I'm
upside
so
down, but it adds personality. I
sorry.
love it. I love Rhea so much.
I love
her
Sophie
so much, bro. I'm gonna
more
miss
than
her
love
so
these
much.
one.
Okay, this is so cringe. Anyways. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. I had so much fun. I was really excited to make this.
Yeah,
not
me
gonna
too.
lie. And I'm so glad we're like fully cleansed now.
Me
I feel like we
too.
can
Good ending.
relax now. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.